us. There's a little bit of a weird setup, so I guess I better explain it to you. So anyone that's been watching the channel for the last couple of months, we've been going through our top 10 cooks from the last 10 years series. That is because we are kind of celebrating 10 years of Barbechoo. Now, the channel itself isn't 10 years old. Barbechoo was a website long before it was ever a channel. I don't actually know, I think it was 2017, 2018 when I posted my first video. Now, when I say I posted my first video, there was a couple of videos beforehand that I don't really count. The first video I actually count as my first proper video was the one where it was talking about what's the first barbecue you should buy. And the reason I count that as my first one is because it's the first video I kind of properly thought out. The ones before were all part of either a website series or they were little like no talking, just clip videos. And that was me kind of experimenting a little bit. Back then I was watching a lot of Peter McKinnon. Some of you will know him, he's like a photographer, videographer from Canada, and he kind of got me inspired to get into video making. He was a vlogger and there wasn't much I could vlog about, but I was into barbecue at the time and I kind of thought, right, I can kind of take this passion for barbecue and the want to become a videographer, smash them both together and try to come up with a video. The initial plan was to kind of take all that content that was on my website and turn it into videos. So the first one was, what barbecue should you buy? Because that's the first question really most people have. Now, you will know from that video that this is the barbecue I suggest everybody get, and that was a Weber kettle. This is the exact same Weber kettle that was in that video all those years ago. It's the video that started the channel off. So I thought it was kind of fitting that we used it for this video today. Now we're also going to pair that up with my favorite thing to make, and that is wings. This stuff here did not exist whenever the channel started. So this is the smoky carter buffalo dust and the original buffalo sauce. But I am so happy it exists now. Me and my daughter absolutely love this stuff. So we're going to share some wings later on. Formula One's going to be on. So I wanted to sit down. There was no shack when the channel started. It was just me sitting on patio furniture, talking to the camera, kind of using bits and pieces around my garden to lean on and make stuff. So we've kind of set up this little nostalgic set today. And that brings me on to the topic of this video. I need to get the wings seasoned up. I'm going to put a little bit of the buffalo sauce onto them first, just to act as a binder. And I'll put the dust on. It's been 10 years since I've been making content in some way, shape or form, either website or social media or let's say more recently video content. Like I say, that was originally a plan to kind of smash two passions together. Cooking on barbecue and making videos. I didn't really know at the time that making videos was a passion, but it was definitely an interest of mine and I wanted to get into it. Over the years, the two have kind of become an excuse for each other. So barbecue was an excuse to get out and make videos, and making videos was an excuse to try different stuff on the barbecue. I've done lots of different types of video. Let's say more recently, short form video came in, but if I'm honest, short form video is not where my kind of heart lies. I find it so impersonal and so throwaway content, and if barbecue was the only passion and videography wasn't a passion, then I'd be fine. I wouldn't care about the craft of it, but I care about the craft of making videos. And over recent years it has become a little bit disheartening to put all that effort into a video and it maybe not get the same views it would have got years ago, because people are just looking for 30-second quick cut videos. Whilst I understand there's a place for them, it kind of breaks my heart a little bit. So with that in mind, that has kind of got me thinking about the future of this channel and the future of Barbechoo overall. And I feel like the 10-year mark is probably a good place to finally draw all to a close and say that Barbechoo will be coming to an end. Now, I've thought about this for a long time. It might seem like a little bit of a snap decision, but that was kind of the whole purpose of the top 10 cooks in the last 10 years, because anybody who's made content or videos, you always get lulls where you cannot be bothered to do it. It just seems like so much effort and your heart isn't really in it. So usually if you let that run for a little while or take a little break, you can come back to it and want to do it again. Or you can kind of muddle through it, and the more you make, the more you get into it. The top 10 cooks was kind of my way of saying, right, we'll give it this series, we'll see how it all goes. If by the end of this I want to continue on and do it, I will keep going. Or if that's the natural end to it, then that will be the natural end to it. And the closer I got to the end of the top 10 cooks, the more I was like, I feel this is probably going to be a natural place to let it lie. Funny thing is, I still really love barbecue. I still really love making videos, but the two of them together just don't align anymore. I don't want the two of them combined to ruin both things for me. I want to be able to still come out and enjoy barbecuing. I want to still enjoy making videos of some description, but doing the two together is kind of starting to grate on me a little bit, and I don't want that to progress any further. I think that's enough rubbing those. Let them chill out a little bit while barbecue comes up to temperature. Now, long-term followers of the channel will remember the break I took a few years ago. That kind of 1 to 2 year break while we were moving house. One of my biggest regrets during that was the fact that I just disappeared. I just posted a video one day and then vanished off the face of the earth, and I didn't want to do that again, so that's why I thought I'll come on. It's a good excuse to make some chicken wings, and we can at least chat about it and kind of put it to bed the right way. During that 2 year break, I have to say it was good to not think about it for a little while, so I'm kind of looking forward to that again. But during the 2 year break, I always had that kind of guilt hanging over me, and I'm not sure if that's what caused me to want to bring it back again, or whether, well, I know for a fact the bug definitely did take me again, but during that time I wasn't doing a lot of cooking, and I also wasn't making a lot of video content. I kind of just, like I say, it got to the point where both of them were grating on me and I didn't want to do either. Now, funnily enough, I probably have Barbechoo to thank for my current career. I do a lot of photo video work in my day-to-day job, and I'm always super busy with that, and that has kind of scratched the itch of making video content. But then I'm also coming home then and having to make video content on the weekend, so it's like a 7-day-a-week thing, and that just starts to get a little bit much. But had I never watched those Peter McKinnon videos and decided I wanted to start my own channel and learn how to use a camera, I had never picked up a camera before in my life. I'd never took a single photo or a single video clip on a camera. I just ordered one little £100 camera and started with that, and it kind of grew and grew and grew. I got better and better at it, and like I said, it eventually turned into my job. Had I not started Barbechoo, I would never have had those skills, and I would never have got the job I have now. So that's probably testament to the fact that if you have an interest in something and you think it can lead somewhere, just start, just give it a go and see where it grows into. I think we're up to temperature. Time to get the wings on. With that all being said, if this is the last time you're going to hear from me as Barbechoo, you'll still see me kicking about, I'm sure. If this is the last video, there's probably a few people I need to give special mentions to that have kind of either helped me out over the years or have kind of inspired me as well. I'm never going to be able to list anybody because nobody wants to watch that video. Like I say, long form content isn't a thing that's popular anymore, and I have a list a mile long of people that I could probably mention. But if we go way back to the start, like 10 years ago, just started my website. The first company that ever reached out to me or offered me something to review or look at was Thermapen. I remember, I think it was, I can't remember if it was email or on social media, messaging them back and forward about something, and they offered to send out one of their Thermapen. Now, back then, what was it? Was it a Thermapen Professional it was called back then? Can't remember. It wasn't the classic one anyway, but they offered to send it out, and I was like, no, it was a Thermapen 4. They had numbered them at that point. They offered to send one out for me to review my website, and I was like, what? They're going to send me? Like, I literally only started the website a few weeks with a few articles up there, and I remember doing the review for it, and ever since that first time they reached out, right up until a few weeks ago, we've had a pretty good relationship, and we have worked with each other, and they've always kind of come to me if they wanted something promoted. I've done photographs for them for their website. To have that kind of relationship with a company for 10 years is pretty special, so I have to say a massive thank you to Thermapen. Now, moving away from a company and talking more about a person, I want to mention Phil from Love to Barbecue. That's his, I can't say it, I'll leave a link below to his profile. I remember back whenever I was a little bit more active on Twitter, or what was Twitter back then, the first person from the barbecue community to ever reach out to me was Phil. And Phil just messaged one day, potentially I posted an article, and he posted saying that he loved the article, or if it was a cook or whatever, I can't remember, but we were started chatting, and he was such a nice guy. I was like, this is a guy I've never met before, and it was my first kind of experience of the barbecue community. I have to say, it kind of paved the way then for talking to other guys in the community. I'd always kind of kept myself to myself. I just posted my bits and pieces out there, but Phil was the first one to do it, and he's still cooking away today. He is a super good cook, so definitely go and give him a follow. He also has a website, but I want to shout out Phil, I want to shout out Jim, only slagging, I'm pretty sure everybody knows who he is. I want to shout out Nathan, Kung Fu Barbecue. Those guys were all kind of inspirational in the early part of my journey, and maybe back then whenever I didn't feel like cooking or didn't really know what I was doing, Those guys have much more experience than I did, and still have much more experience than I have, and they're always a great sounding board to talk to. So if I ever had questions, they're always more than happy to help. They're always more than happy to support whatever I was doing in the videos and website side of things. So really appreciative of them, and to this day I think they're all class. Now again, long-term followers of the channel will know how happy I was whenever I got my first Kamado Joe. It's currently sitting over there, and they were always really supportive of everything I was doing. And then whenever I kind of built this shack, we sort of got into it, then I joined up with the fire squad, and since then I've been, I'll give these a check. Look good. Yeah, we joined up with the fire squad, we've got the Classic 3, and I have to say, as a barbecue, they're everything I ever dreamed they would be. They are phenomenal to cook on. There is something a little bit nostalgic about going back and cooking on a kettle, but until the day I stop barbecuing, there will always be a Kamado Joe in this yard. Another company and person is, of course, the flavour sponsor for today's wings, and that is Smoky Carter. I've known Hard for the longest time, and I've used their stuff for quite a long time as well. I love the fact that it's kind of like a husband and wife team running the company, and they've come up with such a wide range of flavours as well, and all of them are phenomenal. I've never had a rub or sauce from them that I've kind of felt wasn't quite up to par. All of them are so interesting, and they're such different flavours as well compared to what you would traditionally get out there. So it's kind of a no-brainer whenever Howard asked me to be an ambassador for the company, and again, I took on all the rubs and tried to every single one of them. I use them so much now, the family kind of have their favourites as well. If you haven't already, I highly recommend going and checking them out. Like I say, they're a husband and wife team. Like I say, they're a small UK company, and they're doing phenomenal work out there, so support them. Try to stay away from the big box stuff and support the local companies. Now I know for a fact there's probably 50-60 people I'm forgetting to mention. I can't mention everybody, but the last one I probably do need to mention is you. Wings are off, so I'll keep this short so they don't go cold on me. But I have to say a massive thank you to everyone who has followed me over the years, who has reached out, left comments, left support in the videos. Anybody who says they do this and they don't care about followers, etc., is probably lying a little bit. They do care. They might not care about how big the number gets, but they care that there is somebody listening. We put all this effort into videos and content and cooking, etc., and you like to think that somebody out there is getting some kind of value for it. You don't just send it out into the ether and then think that's it, done with. So whenever people do like your videos, they follow your channels, they comment on stuff you're doing, it does mean a lot to any kind of content creator. Oh, it's the light would decide what it's doing. And I do find it a little bit ironic that we're bringing the channel to an end just as it's about to tick into 13,000 subscribers. If you had shown that kind of figure to a much younger James who was sitting beside that little Weber kettle in that first video, he wouldn't have believed it was possible. And I know for a fact there are people that still comment in the videos today that commented probably on that very first video. So to think of the support I've had over all those years, especially then whenever I brought out my online course and all the guys that signed up for it, there was a great little kind of Discord community there at a point. It's just, there's so many people that I can't name them all, but if you have ever commented, liked, subscribed, done all the jazz that we always ask you to do, just know that each and every one of them has meant something. So there's not much left to say. I'm a little bit sad. It kind of feels like the end of an era. It's 10 years of my life has kind of been devoted to it. But I am kind of excited to see what comes now. I'm excited to come out and cook and not have to worry about moving cameras about and what the exposure is doing and what kind of noise is going on around me. I can just cook, put on some good music and enjoy it. That's the one thing as a content creator, I miss cooking and listening to music, the things that are going to be benefits to this. All my content will still remain up there. I'm not going to delete anything. My website's going to still hang around, so if you need recipes, etc., they're all still on there. I will be back. This isn't me going off the internet. I might take a little bit of a break, but I might come back in some way, shape or form, but it will not be barbecue. So for now, I'm going to go and enjoy these wings with my daughter. We're going to watch Formula 1. Thanks for all the support over the years. It has been an absolute honour to cook and a journey. And whenever I look back through all the old videos, it has been pretty cool to experience some of the things I have. Hopefully you guys have got something out of it as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, I suppose. And I'll see you guys down the road somewhere. Goodbye. Old school outro.